Welcome everyone to the Hua Sect Recap channel. If you enjoy the content, please give it a like, share it, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get the latest and earliest chapters. After pouring all their strength into the attack only to achieve a pitiful result, the entire group of mercenaries was utterly terrified. The sorceress's face looked as if she had just stepped in shit. Contorted and scrunched up in an incredibly unsightly manner. The number 1330 slapped her pride, which she had always boasted about, right in the face. All that remained was the smug, provocative expression on Army's face as he waited. She recalled how glorious she had been in the past. She must be the sorceress from the rumors, right? She's incredibly famous among mercenaries. A rising star. Should we invite her to join our team? Dream on. I heard she's extremely picky about who she teams up with. She'll reject any team she doesn't like even the slightest bit. A professional sorceress with vast experience since childhood. She was naturally proud, believing she was second to none in skill and talent. Yet now, look at this. The harsh reality unfolding before her eyes shattered all her dreams and illusions like a fragile wall of sand. No way. This can't be right. There must be some mistake. Yes, it must be because the firepower wasn't focused on a single point. I could easily surpass 2000 without any trouble. Below, the archer's eyes grew frantic. We're done for. That red-haired girl's score is 3270. Even if she exceeds 2000, the gap is still too wide. In this room, no one was stronger than that red-haired girl. If even someone like her can't pass the test, people like us can only dream. As the group wallowed in despair, Army spoke up. Hey, Sharon, I think we're about to break through. Don't hold back. Army's eyes burned with determination, his voice brimming with expectation. Hearing this, the archer could only gape. What? Only the team leader kept urging a retreat. Why are we wasting time on this pointless nonsense? But before he could finish, Army's words had already sunk into the fool's brain. What? Those kids haven't even gone all out yet? Fine, I'll give it everything I've got. He roared in anger. What's the point of trying so hard? You won't surpass it anyway. It's all over. Got it? The group looked at him with disdain. We haven't even tried everything. And he's already giving up? In a fleeting moment, Mage realized something. Wait. Don't tell me, the unique rules of this room. Have we misunderstood the true purpose from the start? What was the reason Miro created this place? As he was still piecing together his thoughts, his friends called out. What's wrong? Sharon? Mage stepped forward, facing the black orb. For now, I should focus on this test first. He raised his hands, and instantly, a glowing orb of light appeared. The sorceress below recognized it. Photon emission? How could he deal damage with that? Wait, the photons, are they vibrating? The orb of light in Mage's hands grew increasingly radiant, enveloping the entire room in a pure, pristine glow, not the half-hearted flicker of flames. Ryan and Tess strained to observe Sharon's magic. A few days ago, when we went to rescue Army, he blinded the enemy with light and smashed something into the ground, shattering the floor to pieces. It happened so fast that neither of them could make out what it was. And no one asked for details at the time. I'm sure the magic he's about to use is his special skill. Mage aimed his attack directly at the black orb, his face resolute, without a trace of carelessness or distraction. A beam of light streaked through the air, faster than anything else, not flashy but immensely majestic and powerful. The impact blew away an entire area, creating a tremendous shockwave. The group could only stand there, mouths agape and eyes wide, at the devastating force, and naturally, the useless bunch nearby had similar expressions. The result displayed on the black orb was 4783, 4 times stronger than the sorceress and the archer's scores. Isn't it just photon emission? How can light cause physical damage? Not only that, that magic, it's too fast. If it were aimed at me, could I even dodge it? And that attack is 20 times stronger than a swordsman using a schema? If I got hit by even one of those, I'd be dead for sure. This is bad. These kids are way stronger than us. Looking at the score, Mage was also shocked. No way. Could the passing score be 5000? I don't think I can score higher with photon cannons. Curiosity and a thirst for discovery prompted Mage to shout, I want to try again. Army behind him burst into laughter. Ha ha ha. Now you get how I feel. Huh? Mage slowly stepped back to the arena. What if I use a laser? Good idea. Laser damage stacks over time. Let's circle the room once and figure out the next step. Army turned to the team leader with a cold expression. Hey, you still not leaving? Hearing this, the man turned and walked away. Useless. So boring. Let's get out of here quick. The archer approached the elder about leaving. But the elder responded, Captain, he said we can't leave until everyone here has been tested. Those words were like a fatal dagger to the team leader's heart. His face twisted as if he were in agony. He stepped forward, fuming, because no one wants others to see their weakness. Army whispered to Maine, Hey, Sharon, let's leave when they're done. Maine thought everyone had already realized it. The purpose of the bizarre rules in this room was simple: to test the trust between teammates. It was an oddly designed test when you thought about it. In terms of pure firepower, a sorceress was clearly far stronger than a swordsman. But it wasn't always the case. Even the way this test was conducted had its flaws. If the space were larger, Army's mode would be much stronger. Though unfair, measuring damage output created an illusion of fairness. In real combat, damage wasn't everything. A swordsman who closed the distance to a sorceress didn't need overwhelming firepower to win. That's why scoring lower than a teammate made people anxious, while they also looked down on those with lower scores. In the end, only one thing awaited after all this. One person had to sacrifice for the team. One had to accept failure for the group to pass. That pressure caused the team leader to falter at the last moment. His slash barely grazed the black orb. Weaker than a child swinging a sword. Realizing his grave mistake, he quickly turned back, but the result was painfully clear. A humiliating 32 appeared. His teammates below stared in silence, all realizing how useless and boastful their leader was. It was over. The team leader stepped down and said, We're done. Right? There's nothing more we can do. Let's get out of here. Maine knew one thing. The moment they left, that group would disband. I don't think we can do anything with a group about to fall apart. Better retreat now. Maine approached the archer and asked, Can you translate for me again? Sure. What do you want to ask? Has anyone ever passed this test? The elder replied, I'm not sure. Sometimes they come in groups. Sometimes alone. From what I've observed, only 1 in 10 passes this test. That answer stunned Maine for a moment. He stammered, What? If you go alone, the odds are even higher. Maine thought to himself, I thought this test wasn't meant to be passed. But someone actually did? And with a 10% success rate? He clenched his fists and said, I think the headmaster tricked me. Huh? What do you mean? Once you reach that place, you'll understand more about the world Miro lives in. Now it's clicked. If I can't pass something like this, I'll never understand who Miro is. But, sorry, headmaster. Maine's face lit up with the boundless excitement and curiosity of a sorcerer. A wide, striking smile spreading across it. I don't think I can give up on something like this. Seeing Sherwon's expression, Army seemed to understand what he was thinking. The mercenaries kept shouting, Hey, open the door already. Everyone agrees, right? The archer turned to Maine's group and said, What are you guys still doing? Let's go. But the response from Army was utterly unexpected. We're not leaving. The group turned to Army, standing with absolute confidence. Her face bore a sly, menacing look, her voice dripping with familiar threat. Today, we're getting into Kurgo, no matter what it takes.